games. No, I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna hear your promises. You do you and I'll do me. That's just the way it is.
Boom.
Yes, what's good, everybody? We're back, boy. You know what time it is. Get that badger in and on and over here. I've not been in for a few weeks. What am I talking about? A few days, maybe about a week. Because, as you can see, or maybe can't see particularly, I am going through a change of setup. So the iMac has moved. So I've got myself a little MacBook Air, which is just right, just established just enough. So for my new projects, etc. So I've not had a chance to fluffy socks, mate. Nighttime fluffy socks. No joke. These cold winter months, boys. Get your nighttime fluffy pink socks on. Yes. So, but we're back. So I need to organise my new positional works. I don't really know where I'm at with it at the moment. Everything's, I feel like I'm a bit pinned in, so I'm a lot closer, but eggs is eggs. So what you saying? What's good, everybody? Quick shit vid. Good to be back. Clout chaser, all that stuff. Aronson has been shit, apparently. So, which is music to my ears, and no surprise either. He's having an absolute mare. Dan James was saying, he's been interviewed saying that he's really happy and that he was looking forward to, he's always been looking forward to coming back. And he knew if, not, I mean, he didn't say this, but I'm reading in between the lines, he knew if he'd gone down, he was going to have a big shot to get back at Ellen Road and playing. And I do think he's been playing well, so it's good. Pero's been mint. I just want to briefly discuss the comments that he made on Pero and Rutter playing up top. And I fully agree with him. He went on a bit of a rant, it was like a 10-minute rant. It's pretty mint, really. And he's just on about how like Pero was the main man at Swansea and how it has to be different now. And I do agree, to be fair. And I didn't until I heard his speech. And then I just thought, fair enough. Credit where credit's due. He said he knows his business. He said, I know my business. And I thought he does, to be fair. And Pero is still getting in the goals. He's still got 5 goals out of, 8 games, which is a mint return. So there is no fear. But, which I'm going to do a video on tomorrow, because this video will not get any views due to the fact that I've not uploaded for days. And YouTube will be punishing me for swearing. But I do think he's waiting for Bamford. And I think that's part of it. I think Bamford comes back into the side in the next few weeks when he's definitely fully fit. I truly do. And I think he goes up top. It certainly is an option. So, and if Rutter is to get injured or whatever, I think that's his plan B. Whereas I think if Rutter gets injured and then he has to swap Pero and Bamford, positionally, because he'd have to bring Bamford in if Rutter got injured. There's nobody else really there. Doesn't seem to want to play much of Geldart. So it's interesting. But Rutter's been mint. You know, he's a bit weak at times and stuff, but other than that, you know, he's brilliant on ball. There's no doubt about that, carrying ball and stuff. I just want to ask the question as well, beg the question to the boys and 3 girls on the channel. Do you reckon we'll do any business in January? Do you reckon there'll be any big business in January? Or do you reckon it'll be little bits of shitty bits? Maybe just a bolster. Where would you bolster? Everybody's going to come in at left back. Who would you sign at left back? I think Byron's been decent, to be fair, but he's very right-footed. We're a bit unlucky with Spence getting injured, but right back we're pretty much sorted. I think Shackleton's done a pretty decent job. Ayling is still good. And then when Spence gets back, it'll be like a new signing in January anyway. Not saying he'll be back by January. I think he'll probably be back before then. And I do want to just mention Calvin Phillips. There's a lot going around because obviously I think he played in Cup for him, and then Pep's pushed him further down pecking order. He's never going to get a game now. Normally, I said this at the end of last season that he won't play. I can't remember what. I think I said 240 minutes or something. I just randomly slapped out. I don't know whether he achieved that or not, to be fair, but I won't imagine he did. Certainly not going to this year. Pep don't trust him, does he? So there's a lot of shit going about. So there was a thing on Twitter, and I've got to say the responses were, some of them were so funny. like about him coming back. The argument was, would you take Calvin Phillips back if money was no issue? If he comes on a free, would you take him back? And the compromise was, but you have to drop Ampadu and Gray every now and again. So the compromise wasn't even saying Calvin Phillips has to play every single game for Leeds United. And the pub turned up. The pub turned up. It was fucking brilliant. I was loving it. I was reading it. I was like, no, I won't take him back because he's a bag of shit now. He ain't got 90 minutes in him. He only passes sideways and backwards. And then literally, like, I'm going to put a little montage together of me going, he only passes sideways and backwards. And then just him pinging ball left, right and centre everywhere. The thing is, he's a much better player now as well. And he would be able to just distribute... not just the distribution of the ball. He can be more forward thinking as well. He played for England when, I think it was against Croatia, and he was excellent, wasn't he? I know that's a while ago now. But, you know, the bloke is still decent at football, and he's come on leaps and bounds. And I would imagine, being around the big boys like he has been, even though he hasn't been getting in the side, you would imagine he has improved, I would say, I don't want to say tenfold, because that's wild. That's a wild exaggeration. Look at that for a first touch. Whoop. Get it on roof at foot, flick it up, dangle it. Oh, if I'd have caught that, that would have been sensational. Got a new video out. The link's below. I appreciate everybody going over and commenting on it. If you want to comment, I appreciate you. Quick ship vids back in biz. I'll be back in tomorrow, hopefully with a little bit more of a plan. I just wanted to drop in and say hello to everybody. Shout out to everybody that commented, even though I haven't been uploading, and just said, like, when are you coming back, or just said, like, nice things, like, hope you're well. I got a couple of emails off people, so I do appreciate each and every one of you. Push! Boom.
Jack City, bitch! Jack City, bitch! Hey!
I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna hear your promises. You do you and I'll do me. That's just the way it is. Don't wanna ever feel surprised. That's why I ask no.